not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Well, boy, howdy shit, how y'all doing, baby? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Damn near made it through the week, man. What a week it has been. And it continues to be. Anyway, Ask was the first one to jump in, followed by Irene Lambert. I appreciate you so much, darling. I already seen you did it. Anyway, Bunny Griffin is with us. Thank you, darling. Dan Hack, Linda Gallup, name been around forever. Kelly Harris and Christina Sanchez. Sam is with us. Debbie Capran. Jamie B. and Dorothy Tyndall. Common Sense is in the room. Mason is here. Gordon Marble. Hallie Colquitt. Shit. Boy, howdy. Demetrius Cephas is here from Southern California. Living a good life. Linda Carlston. Thank you very much. Doug Sane. Ann Jacobs. The house is full, baby. I appreciate all of y'all coming in. Tip on down here so we can get up with it. The Remixtress is here. Kathleen Larkin, thank you for using your voice all the time, baby. And of course, our own Miss Chick is in the room. She's already putting out stuff out there for everybody. Anyway, oh wait, before we get started, I got mail. I got mail. Two pieces of mail. One from our own Pauline Hall, who sent me, and this is very fragile. It is. Oh man. They have a name for this, and I knew it just about 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago at least. It is a glass crystal, very, very fragile. There's 4 hearts on the inside of that. And right now, if you notice, they're spinning. They're not spinning because of the breeze. They're spinning because of the light that is hitting it. That is inside a vacuum. And those are on a very delicate... anyway, it's very beautiful, very fragile, and I love it. So I appreciate that, Pauline Hall. Thank you very much. What else did I get? I got something else in the mail. Oh yes, from our dear friend, the dangerous one, Daryl, in Hawaii. And Daryl sent me he sent me a T-shirt. I'm not wearing it right now because I'm gonna do a rant with that shirt. Anyway, he also sent a copy of the Constitution, and what else did he send? Trying to remember. Oh yeah, coffee beans, mighty fine coffee beans, I might add. A very mellow blend indeed, and also he sent me a bunch of stickers. It says it's 420 somewhere. Maui grown, Maui strong. Lucky we live high. Maui grown, another one. Harvest. I think he's trying to tell me something here. Trying to rub something in, I think, maybe. Anyway, I'm happy for you, and brother, I appreciate the T-shirt tremendously, and the coffee beans. Outstanding coffee beans. Anyway, what's going on in the news? Well, nothing. Nothing's going on the freaking news that I give a shit about. That's what's inside my head. You know, since this shooting, the news is abuzz, baby. One, they haven't got the guy yet. That's surprising. They're still on the hunt for him. it's hard to find sympathy. It's hard to find empathy, which is something that this man said that was a weakness, that he didn't have any use for empathy. It's a human trait that is wasted. So how are you supposed to have empathy for a man like that? Said that he didn't want to fly on an airplane who had a black pilot because he didn't think they were qualified because of their race. Man that said the cost of a few lives is just the price we pay for the Second Amendment. It's no big deal. Just something you have to put up with. Well, ain't that what we're doing right now? But I have fears. I have fears that this is going to return into something that they're going to make him into a martyr. Trump is already doing that. Demonizing Democrats already, you know. Let's forget about the violence that has been perpetrated against Democrats. Let's forget that shit. But the overall big picture of this is becoming a very dangerous country, very dangerous world we live in. And what are we supposed to do with that? How are we supposed to feel every damn day? I'll tell you how I damn well feel. I keep trying to find some sympathy. And for the first time, I'm having a hard time doing that. I have empathy for his family. Nobody wants their wife and children to suffer a tragic ending like that. But he's only one of many, huh? Many.
A list of victims, is that what you mean?
A long list of victims, dear.
Yeah. On both sides.
List. On both sides. On both sides. It heavily leans on the right, though, baby. 70%. I understand. That's the number I got from the news. 70% are right-wing.
Possibly. I don't know. Yeah. The numbers don't really matter to me at all. And I think we talked about it earlier, John. It's the empathy and or sympathy that I muster for this particular victim, and especially his family, especially his wife and his two children, those two cute little kids. If you've seen any pictures of them, they're adorable. They didn't ask for this, and he didn't necessarily ask for it either. He was doing what we all do, exercising his free speech right.
What we're doing right now. What we're doing
exactly.
right now.
Now, mind you, even we should have a cutoff in terms of, you know, like it was stated in the president's address about rhetoric and this and that. He's right on both sides. Both sides do it. We both do it. And maybe we need to look inward a little bit too, and mind our language a little bit. We can use other verbiage. We don't have to call each other names, but we can call a spade a spade.
Yeah, you can still call them out. And I have a bad habit, you all right? But my word, maggots. I call them maggots. You know,
yeah. Well, and that's more of a nickname. I wouldn't necessarily. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, we're the lunatic left, and, you know, back and forth, or, you know, radical right, and, you know.
And we go nowhere.
We have all sorts of things that we refer to each other about. And it does ramp up, and it gets a little nasty and gnarly. And I blame some of this, too, on the anonymity, sort of the internet. Lets people really go to town because they think they're hiding, but they're not really hiding. People can find out who you are and where you are if they want to.
Yeah.
If they want to. But again, none of that makes any of it right. that we're shooting, anyone is shooting at anyone who's speaking something they don't like.
Yeah, that's,
That's
you
no,
that puts
that's
us all
just
at
not
risk.
right. Right. And where does it stop?
Exactly.
We had an outpouring of sympathy for the people in Minnesota, the Congress people in
Yes.
Minnesota that were shot at
Yes, the Congresswoman
and killed.
or her husband and the dog.
Yep. Yep. And the other couple that ended up in the hospital,
Yes.
right? They didn't. But yet this same party that's blaming us for all the rhetoric had nothing to say about that. Didn't even acknowledge it. As far as I'm concerned, they didn't acknowledge it.
This is going to be different. It's going to be.
But I am not going
as a
to
martyr.
emulate what they do. That's not where I'm going to go. I'm not going to match an eye for an eye thing here, or whatever you want to call it. I am still going to say that this isn't right. Nobody should have shot him. There's, in a civilized world, you don't just decide to shoot somebody because you don't like what they say.
In a civilized world.
Yep.
And that's what I
But
feel
for
we're
myself,
slipping away
I have
from.
to feel good and sleep with myself. And I don't want to have that.
Lies my problem.
That ache in my heart that I'm not being a better
True
human.
to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is going to look different, and we are going to have to maybe adjust ourselves slightly because we are going to be surveilled now, heavily surveilled. They threatened us, and that's what the threat was. You will be surveilled which we all know what that means. It's the next step in what.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that runs through my head.
Yeah. And right now I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap it around as to, okay, I don't feel quite as free today as I did yesterday.
No. As a matter of fact, I don't feel as safe as I did yesterday.
Exactly.
And
that goes for this whole group, this whole...
Anybody that uses their voice. Anybody.
This whole experiment we've been doing for 8 years or 9 years here.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had this table open for 9 years.
We're all at risk for using our voices. And, yeah.
Hey, let me thank Gregory Brown.
A couple of years already.
I'm sorry, Fatty. How you doing, brother?
I've been on that list. I'm doing good. I've been on that list for a couple of years already.
Yeah.
But man.
And there's a cost to it. There is a cost to opening your mouth.
Yeah.
I have, when I first moved here, I didn't have cameras all around my house. I had a happy donkey in my yard. I had a happy wife. It was. I don't have that shit anymore. I live in a world with cameras all over the place where I have to look at every fucking house, every vehicle that comes down my street. What are they doing? Why are they stopping in front of my house? That kind of shit.
John, can you take a peek at YouTube? Is it frozen?
Let me see. No, it says we're streaming. I'm getting comments from YouTube.
Okay. But they're not saying that it's frozen?
I don't know. Let's ask the question. If you're on for YouTube, let us know. Ask.
Not YouTube, on Facebook. Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
Oh, okay. Facebook says it's streaming too. So somebody on Facebook, I'm not seeing any comments. Well, Randy Peterson just did. Somebody on Facebook make a comment there because I'm not seeing any all of a sudden.
No issues.
Irene had said it was buffering.
There's one.
No, not frozen.
He's talking about making on this trip.
Kathy
Larkin says it's not frozen.
Okay.
And Irene
must just be you, Irene, because they're saying it's not.
She says it's back. Irene says it's back. There you go. Hey, let me thank a quick thank you to Gregory Brown, who came in with $20 and said he cheapened the pain of others as someone who is certain that things can happen to them. He just happened to be one of those people who puts his money where his mouth is. He cheapened the pain. Yes.
Well,
I'm sorry.
did you get
You know, to
that?
answer your
Oh,
question, buddy, you know how we're supposed to feel right now?
Huh.
Exactly the way that we do.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel sad, but not so much for his demise. I'm sad for
Yeah.
where we are as a nation, where this is
Yeah.
leading to, what impact this has on our society.
Yep.
And for that I fear, because there's going to be a strong reaction to this, and it's being pushed
Yeah,
in the
they're
White House.
beating the drums of war already, and
Yes,
JD's flying his body home, and you know the whole spiel. They're going to have the whole,
yes. Oh, they're going to make
you
a
know,
martyr
the
out of him.
flags and
Yes,
stars, and
yes.
giving him the Medal of Freedom, and you know, just
Everything
murder. the
That's all
shit
right.
out of
Let
this
them
thing.
do
for
what
a
they're gonna
bigoted,
do.
misogynistic, homophobic asshole. I don't know how
Yep.
else to put it. He was all of that in
Yeah.
my book.
Yeah, he was, and like what we've all said, and we will continue to say, doesn't mean that he deserved to go
No,
out that way.
no,
And not
nobody
in this country.
does.
We do not do that. We do not condone this shit.
That's what.
And just
That's
because there's some
supposed to
jackass
separate
on
us.
TikTok, some jackass on Twitter, you know, saying that
Yeah.
that's not the entire left, and that person, as far as it goes, isn't a part of us. You know, the real left, the real Democrats, the real patriots of this country don't condone any of this shit. Yet they continue
Oh,
to
Gregory
beat
Brown.
these drums,
Thanks a
and
lot,
just,
but-
you know, the projection and the ironic situation is just, it's overwhelming. I did have a little bit of luck. Actually, I had a lot of luck last night. I had a really cool thing happen. I had a red hat actually tell me that he can see some light now, you know, and that it was
Really?
from that seed that I planted.
Good.
It's that little seed that started to grow, and he can finally see it.
Give them a reason. Point out
You
the
know,
error of
it's
their
just-
ways, whatever form you want to take it. Hold true to our
Hard to-
values.
You know, it's the fight or flight or freeze, you know,
Mhm.
and then it's the rationalizations and the justifications. It's the whole system. It's the whole emotional process that we have to go through to, you know, to really grieve, to really accept things. And it takes a couple of nights of sleep to
Yeah.
set the
to
mind
reflect.
at ease, to really be able to rationalize what we're actually thinking. You know, so the main thing is just staying cognitive. You know, staying cognitively aware of the triggers that are going on within our bodies, and you know how we get frustrated, how we get angry, how we feel rageful. And it's hard not to be outraged when we're feeling rage. You know, it really is. But it's how we
That's what we're
act,
doing.
and it's how we present ourselves. You know, it's how we stay calm in situations and let the other side do what they're going to do. You know, and call them out when we can. Not so much
Oh, the
during the
fight
moment,
has-
because all that does is create another trigger. You know,
Yeah.
so
Mm-mm-mm.
Very, very
Clark's gun
unfortunate day
debate
for
is over
America.
for him.
It's kind of sad when I would rather watch the freaking towers fall down today on TV than watch the
Yeah.
regular fucking
Let's
news.
not forget
Yeah.
what day we
Yeah, we had an anniversary today. Yeah.
yes,
You know,
of 9/11.
yeah, man. And
Which-
Donny Boy fell asleep during the whole, you know, tribute, and Melania's sitting there like a frozen statue, going, "Oh my God, he's sleeping again," and she can't dare to reach over and bump him on the leg as his face
No.
is drooping down off of his face with his Bell's palsy from the strokes that he's had.
Tell me how you really feel, Patty. Yeah.
You know, I'm at the point where I'm almost about ready to hate these motherfuckers. You know, but as much as I have renounced my faith, you know, 1 John 4:20.
You know, hate is that
Good verse
emotion.
for me.
You know, there's
Yeah.
two powerful emotions, love and hate, baby. And they motivate different
Yep.
actions.
Really, it's pretty much
Boy,
the
howdy.
same same green chemical, but
Yes.
hate's
Yes.
so much easier to push.
Yeah.
It's that
Both
trigger
will
that
make you
just
do things you thought were impossible or that you wouldn't do normally.
The
Both.
next thing you
Yeah.
know, you're acting a fool and you don't even know it, right? Until the next day.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
could be years later until you realize that one moment that was spawned out of just nothing but dopamine and serotonin and all that stuff. This is not medical advice, by the way, but
If we could
just
only
Well, and
live,
this,
we live. Go ahead, Miss Chick.
I'm sorry, this horrible ramp up, that's what I'll call it, this ramp up that we're seeing or have been seeing through the last 10 years, 5 years. I
Yeah.
don't know exactly when it really started ramping. It's
Yeah,
nothing new. It's nothing
No.
new at all. Look at what happened in the 60s. As Greg Hughes pointed out, there were 5 political assassinations in 7 years.
Big ones. Big ones.
Yeah, big ones. We had a president assassinated. His brother was assassinated who was running.
Martin Luther
We
King.
had Martin Luther King. And then we had, was it Malcolm X? And am I missing somebody? I'm probably missing some, but
Somebody else.
there was quite a few. And it was all about people not liking what other people thought.
Political
Primarily.
divide.
Political divide, power divide. They were worried about losing
Social
their
divide.
power grip. Yeah.
Like
You
I
know,
said before, we don't vote for what we want, right? We vote against what scares us the most.
That's true.
And fear is the easiest thing to trigger in people.
And that's Donnie's power.
You know when this started?
That's-
This started the day that Obama announced his candidacy for president.
It
Where's my bell?
started to ramp up then. Yes, it did.
Yeah,
There's
that's when ramp
there's
up
the trigger for me.
became-
It was. It was when Obama was elected that we started seeing the formation of the Tea Party and the maggots crawling out from underneath their rock, the bigots, the racists come out, and that was the beginning of it. But since then, it's been perfected.
That was the week that Donnie said that if I was going to run for president, I would run as a Republican because I could lie to them and they would eat it up.
And that's his selling point is hate. Since the minute he came down that escalator, it's all been about hate somebody. And it's I'm looking at a headline. What am I looking at? I have several windows open. This one is on MSNBC. And the big headline, Charlie Kirk's killing is part of a chilling pattern that threatens America's future. And there's other stories here, but then there's one over here in the corner, and it says, Trump administration announces plan to help boost white immigration to the U.S.
Oh. Here we go again.
That's the
talked
kind of
about
headline.
on the lawn this morning.
They talk about trigger people. That kind of triggers me because I can see it. With the campaign that he has going on right now against immigration, against immigrants of color in this country, and then you see a headline. Well, how can you not think that the plan is totally, racist? It's white supremacy. It's white Christian nationalism. Whatever you want to freaking call it.
It's right there in Project 2025 mandate for leadership that we're going to have to, bring some more whites in once we get rid of all the colored folk.
Kind of tells you who they are.
It's right there. It's right there in the document, It's
Gee, are they vetting them for criminality before they bring them in?
No, I'm sure not.
yeah,
They're white.
yeah. You have to be a criminal to get in.
They hold
Yes,
up a
you
paint
do.
color there and see what shade you are before they, it is.
A paint chip.
It'd be a comedy if it wasn't so pitiful. But
Oh,
of all the headlines there about Charlie Kirk and everything else, that's the one that hits me. It's not Charlie Kirk's death. That's almost expected in this country. He said it himself. It's an acceptable part of our culture for guns. You got to have guns. So, you live by the gun, you die by the gun, there you go.
And what happened yesterday too in Colorado? How many
The
children
school shooting.
were hit? Yeah,
One's
completely
still in critical
overshadowed.
condition, I understand.
No,
Yeah,
can't talk about
that happens damn near every day in our society. At school shootings, I think that's number 43 for the year. Not to mention the shootings that we have every day on the damn street. Because we live in a society of guns. And when you live in a society of guns, the gun is the answer. It's the quickest
Especially
thing to
when
do.
everybody's paranoid.
Yep. There you go. Gives you power,
Ultra
baby.
paranoid.
Boy, howdy. Let me thank Stephen Walsh, who came in with a $10 donation and said, God bless the United States of America and all the folks here. But we have peace in numbers. We do. We do. We just have to step up. Our voices are more. There's more of us than there are of them. We just need to prove it, baby. We need to stand up. And Wesley Wiseman came in with $5 and said, in West Virginia, had to carry a pistol because I'm anti-MAGA. No, many know my stance against Trump. I know exactly how you feel, Wesley.
Yeah.
I know exactly how you feel. It's what, you know, do I carry a weapon? Well, that's to be determined. I hope nobody ever has to find that question out. That's just, but
Yeah.
yes.
In the meantime, we don't need to go into conspiracies and, assuming that we know everything when we don't know nothing.
We don't know anything. As a matter of fact, there's things about this that really make me kind of wonder.
Yeah.
It really does.
But we don't know. We just don't know.
We don't know. Yeah.
Therefore, no speculation is needed tonight.
Yeah.
No.
And in general,
right.
It's always easy to jump to conclusions, but we are the side that does let the facts speak for themselves.
That's what we're all waiting for. We're all waiting.
And at this point, I'm afraid we won't really get the real facts, but it's what it is right now.
Isn't that sad?
But at least we got the JFK report,
Isn't that
right?
sad that what Miss Chick just said, we're not sure we're going to get all the facts? That's pitiful.
Oh, quite frankly, John, I don't know if we've been getting the facts since before Reagan.
Oh, wonderful. Fuck.
Have we ever been getting the facts?
Well,
Here's this just in. Thanks to Leanne Cabe came in with a $5 donation to say now, meaning live right now, the Naval Academy on lockdown, active shooter, reports one person transported in life-threatening but stable condition.
Which Naval Academy?
Only one.
Is there?
Annapolis.
There's the Great Lakes Naval Academy.
Well, that's a
That's
naval
in
base.
Chicago. Great Lakes Naval. My dad went there.
Yeah, Great Lakes Naval Station. But it's not at the academy. I don't know. I'm a Navy guy. If you say Naval Academy, that's Annapolis.
Navy.
I don't know.
Okay.
Again,
Be
that's
specific,
Navy
people.
talking. So I don't know. It could be because it would make more sense being at a naval base.
Maryland, probably. Okay.
I'm not seeing anything on. Of course, I don't.
I don't know. I can't watch the news and be on the show. Let me see if I can see.
No, I'm not seeing anything yet, but it could be breaking news, so you know how that goes. But again, it lends into the conversation we're just having. Hello, Lincoln.
Hey, John.
How you doing, brother?
Well, I'm.
Indeed.
It's a flood of emotions, man, and it's nauseating, it's maddening, it's saddening, all at the same time.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Part of it's scary as well. And like you, just from an initial standpoint, things smell a little funny. But you know what? I'm not going to get into that. But I'm gonna be clear and concise here, and I'm gonna actually say, I know why this happened. I know you guys are probably thinking, well, how does he know why?
Well, because
this
he's
happened?
a wise man. That's why. Go ahead, Lincoln.
Let me read you a definition that is the root cause of all of this. And the glory about this definition I'm going to read is that no matter who the shooter is, race, political, gender, whatever, this is still the exact reason why. Right here. Stochastic terrorism is a form of political violence instigated by hostile public rhetoric directed at a group or an individual. Unlike incitement to terrorism, stochastic terrorism is accomplished with indirect, vague, or coded language which grants the instigator plausible deniability for any associated violence.
That's not what I meant. Yeah, that kind of thing.
This is the root cause of why we are having these situations occur. And I will tell you that one of the last quotes by the current sitting president on the campaign trail was this: "She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it when the guns are trained on her face." You can go back and read a whole bunch of things that have came out of this current sitting president's mouth
Oh, yeah.
that are violent like this, you know, including, "I could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose any vote."
Not lose a vote. It's who he is.
And when you
They're
have
scums, they're garbage.
But more importantly, he knows who he's talking to.
exactly, exactly,
You know,
this
he
all
knows who he's
falls
talking
into
to.
that definition, you know. And I'm sorry, you know, it's this whole thing is sad, but Charlie Kirk was a puppet of the stochastic terrorism that came from Donald Trump. So at the end of the day, when this kind of rhetoric continues to be used in this country, something like this is going to end up happening.
Yep.
Seems to
Now,
be happening.
what they like to say to try to false equivalency this stuff is they want to say, well, you know, they call us Nazis, they call us fascists, this, that, and the other. I mean, General Milley, a 4-star general, said it himself: Trump is fascist to the core. Let me be clear to the red hats that might be listening in. When we say that, that is not stochastic terrorism. That is a 5-alarm
that is a
warning bell to the country.
It's a fact.
And now
What
that
he
you
is.
see everything that this man has done in the last 8 months, is this not Nazi behavior? I'm sorry. It is. That's what it is.
Authoritarian
So-
behavior, at least, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
are only trying.
Authoritarianism at the very least. It's
Our
following the
rhetoric-
same. You want to say Hitler's playbook? Any authoritarian leader. This is what they do. They do. They do the simplest thing of military: divide and conquer, baby. Divide and conquer, and that's what he's done to this country. He came
You know,
in on that note, and he's been riding it ever since. It's not
know,
a
he-
unification kind of thing.
a legitimate president that wants to calm down a country would have came in the Oval Office yesterday and used a particular quote. Let me give you that particular quote, and you guys
What
tell
quote?
me who said this. We have more in common than what divides us all. Who said that?
I remember that quote. You
That
got
was
me
a
on it?
quote many times by Kamala Harris.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
She
And
ran
she's
on
right,
that
and that,
quote,
and that sentiment has been echoed. And as a matter of fact, she's out there saying it now.
yes,
That, you know, there's a lot of people out there right now on the political front, both sides right now, I assume, that are trying to give that message of bring the temperature down in this country. You know, that the political divide has gotten to be so drastic and so dangerous that we need to bring the temperature down. Unfortunately, Donnie didn't get the message, because in his little speech there about this, he demonized the Democrats in the Oval Office. You know, just it's natural for him. That's what he's going to do. He's
Right
going
away.
to use this to divide this country even farther. And what do we do with that? As a country,
And
as a
that
people, as a
falls-
society.
Right. And when you take before the suspect's identity is even released, when we don't know anything about this man, for a president to come out and say that, does that not fall under this phrase right here in the definition? Hostile public rhetoric directed at a group.
Yep.
That group is the Democrats. That's exactly
us.
what he did.
Yep.
On the heels of a tragedy like this, he came out
Oh,
in
he's
the
going to
Oval
use
Office
this.
and he used stochastic terrorism after
He
one of
is
his
going to
biggest
use
mouthpieces
this
was killed.
On every level. On every level. He's
So like
tell
you
me
say,
he's not
John-
going to have some fund going. He's going to have some donation, some shit. You can bet your ass he'll have some of that too somewhere
Yeah.
along the line. Let me catch up real quick on the donations because Leanne Cabe came back with $5 and said it is the Naval Academy, Annapolis, Maryland. Thank you,
Yeah, I'm
Leanne. I
watching a live
appreciate
feed
that.
right now.
Yeah, try to look at see what's going on there. And Keith Thompson
Yeah.
came in with $2 and said, I want Mr. Obama back. You and me both, Keith. You and me both, brother.
Yeah.
I'd take him in a heartbeat. 3 terms, 4 terms, I wouldn't give a shit. Man had a good heart. Anyway, yeah, I guess
So
that's
I'm not
going on live in at Annapolis. So you know, it's even hitting our military academies.
This is dangerous. This is really dangerous, you guys. This is shit like this is a spark to something much bigger, and we have to be the ones that still have the leverage with proper rhetoric, and we stand up and we remind the country about the dangers of stochastic terrorism. But as much as we possibly can, let's remember that phrase that Kamala Harris used and spread that to all your friends and family on social media and get that narrative going, is that we have more in common than what divides us, because that's the only message that is going to keep this country from not descending into a dark place.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I'm worried about. Us descending into that dark place. Because that's what it's looking more and more like every damn day. Every damn day. And in my book, this has all happened in 8-9 months. This has happened since Donald Trump came into our house. Everything. This whole country has gone downhill and hell in a handbasket in a short time. We have
By
troops
design.
on the streets in D.C. He's threatening to put troops on the streets of Chicago, Los Angeles.
Well, this afternoon before he took himself into the airplane to go see the baseball game that's being played tonight in New York City,
Yeah,
he
that's
made
what
a
he
couple
is.
of interesting comments on the lawn about how going to have to take care of the left-wing problem.
It's that kind of language. It's that kind of
Yes.
language.
And he's just echoing Fox.
And that's gonna
within the first
incite
hour-
somebody. It's gonna tell me that's not
Damn
gonna
right.
incite somebody to have a reaction to this. It
Sort of
perpetuates.
dominoes, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, you're just waiting on the next one to fall, and you know it's coming.
And that just seems to be the plan. Let's just roll off of that into the next thing, and yeah, escalate, escalate, escalate.
Let me repeat. Wesley Wiseman just came in with $5 and told him. I said this the other day. Hell, I would take George W. Bush back at this moment. Yeah. Let's back up the days when at least he wasn't trying to destroy the country, just other parts of the world for money.
Where's
And
old
Diane
Dan Quayle
Bree-
these days?
Dying Breed Garage came in with a $5 donation and said, "Hello all. How does Trump say that the radical left caused the Kirk thing, and no one knows who did it? North Mace, M. Johnson, and the rest say it's a war. What the fuck? Yes, that's what you're hearing on Fox News. That this is.
Oh, they
it's a
jumped
battle.
all over it immediately too, which isn't that weird? How
It's like they were
quickly he was on TV and had this whole thing.
Yeah, set
Ready
up
to
all of a
go?
sudden. I'll tell you what bothers me. It's one shot. That
Cold
was
War.
not a lucky
Yeah.
shot. That was not a
Yeah.
lucky shot. That was an
I've seen
experienced
they're
shot.
saying they might have found the utensil that was used.
Yeah,
wrapped
so
up in a
they,
blanket.
yeah.
Yeah, they say they found the weapon, 30-06
With
bolt
some-
action.
with some
with
But my
Describing
question to that is, and like again, I didn't want to get into all of the stupid details we don't know, but if he was supposedly on a roof, but yet they found that somewhere in the woods, he had to get
Yeah.
off that roof carrying that. Nobody
carrying
saw
that
him
rifle.
carrying that.
Carrying that rifle.
Yeah,
They got
and
some
he had a
picture
towel
of some
too.
guy ain't carrying nothing on some camera photo.
I'm just thinking that rifle's not going to produce much evidence.
Mm.
I'm thinking
They
probably.
claim there
pretty
was
much had-
inscribed bullets and blah blah blah. We've heard that one line before too, but
Right. The guy.
Again, speculation.
Right.
We'll
Yep.
lean away from it.
Well, we're all waiting. That's what everybody's waiting to see is if they
Yeah.
can find the first person that did it, find out who he is and what was his motivation.
Well, meanwhile, did you notice that Ukraine sent, was it damn near 100 drones into Moscow today?
I did.
No, I did not. I did not see that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, why am I smiling?
Right? I know it. A little
Bit
smile
of
on his
good
face.
news, shit.
I'm trying, John. I'm
In my
trying to bring
book.
a smile. You know what? This guy, he tells me to put a smile on and try to spread that shit around. So I'm
Spread
trying
that
my
shit
fucking
around. You
best.
just did. See, that brought my, Again, we're talking about. Shit, don't go there. Don't want to go there. Hey, Dying Breed Garage came back with another $2 and said, no doubt, Pro Marksman did it. It was a fucking kill shot.
Again, you have to be careful with that.
Yeah,
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
allegedly. I'm just saying. That's the part that really bothered me. That was one shot. I just assumed from a knowledgeable hand. Anyway, boy, howdy shit. So what else happened today? Is there anything else happened in America besides Charlie?
Well, something happened where they.
Chuck
What's going on
Schumer
in
tried to
Qatar?
get.
You see what's going on in Qatar?
What's going on in Guitar?
Sorry.
Okay. Qatar.
It's something about airspace not being violated, but possibly being violated, but nobody really knows. And either way, a bunch of missiles made their way into Qatar somehow. Into Qatar. Sorry.
Are we talking about the strike that killed the Hamas negotiators? Is that what we're talking about, or is this something new?
Yep, that one. And then there was the other deal where Poland.
Yeah, that was a little.
Well,
I think that was a little.
Those were all unarmed drones.
I think
Yes.
that was just a little test Russia
Yeah,
did
see how
to.
far they could go before they
Yeah,
dropped out.
let's see
Yeah.
the NATO response. What do they do if
Yeah.
something like that were to happen? They get information that way.
Let's just
Yeah.
throw a cigarette butt over there and see if anybody stomps it out.
Let's see if
Yeah.
see if anybody reacts to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what that was. But it tells you something. It tells you something, because right now on that stage, the world stage, talking about Ukraine and everything, Putin he feels mighty emboldened right now. He
Bro,
is seeing how
anybody
the
that
United
saw
States has failed to
Trump's
step up.
face,
Go ahead.
his face is drooping. The man has obviously had a stroke. Okay, allegedly, my opinion, of course. Anybody that saw that would be immediately on attack mode.
Mm.
I mean, it's just
Might be right, Dan.
it's a sad day. It's a sad day for America, that's for sure.
Mm-mm-mm.
It just seems like during the day he can't stay awake, but he's awake all night on his Truth Social and
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not hesitating there.
Yeah, I
You
think
know.
Stephen Miller must have his number or
Yeah,
something
I'm
on
sure
his social
somebody's
deal,
typing
too.
that shit for him. Most of it anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, let me thank Elfany. Oh, look, Elfany, who came in with $5, said active shooter right now at Annapolis Naval Academy. I heard 3 casualties so far. It's getting spicy out there, and Zapad starts tomorrow. Ugh, what's Zapad? What is that? See, John, I hate being in the dark.
I
Keith,
forget.
what is that? ZAPAD.
Oops.
And Zapad starts tomorrow. I don't know.
It's a gathering, I know that much.
Okay. All right. Keith Thompson came in with $5. Said, "When do you hear the Adobe, the radical right in what they are doing to us?" Yeah, when you. And Mars the Martian came in with $10. Said, Bloomberg uncovered a ton of emails from Epstein's Yahoo email. It's looking bad for some folks involved there, according to Michael Poopop of Legal as Fuck. That story needs to keep going. That story needs, and this is going to pull it off the headlines for a few days. For a while.
Sounds like old little Mikey Johnson might be in on the list.
Boy, howdy shit. Boy, howdy
Boy,
shit.
howdy.
Yeah.
You're not talking about the Speaker of the House, are you?
You know, he's got a really big hammer, and he really likes to bang it really hard.
Yeah, he does. He's got an app for that, I heard, though, in case he bangs it a little too much, Yeah. This kid will
Yeah,
get
there is
notified.
an
Dad,
app
you're
for
banging
that.
the hammer too much there.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy shit. No, Chuck Schumer tried to get the Senate to release the Epstein files. Did you hear about that? A surprise little move on the Senate floor. Yeah, he called for the Senate to vote. It was defeated 51 to 47 with 2 Republicans voting with the Democrats.
Wow.
Why would the Senate
Answer
go
to the-
around?
Answer to the question, John. Zapad is the military Russian exercise that Poland has been prepping for the last year. It is the greatest geopolitical threat right now.
That's a pet.
Russia and Belarus joint
And
military.
I think I read somewhere that Poland has the largest standing army in Europe. Did I hear that right?
Yep.
Number-wise?
I know it's
That's
a NATO
what it's
member.
saying here.
NATO member.
They've always been a little
An attack on one and his attack on all.
suspicious of their neighbors.
And right now,
Well,
I
there's
think
not,
Putin's. I think Putin's looking at that, at the Article 5, and wondering if Donald Trump would stand by that. If Poland was attacked, if NATO responded, would the United States be part of that? That's the question that I think Putin is asking himself right now.
Well, and we should all ask that question because we don't know
Yes.
either.
Yes, that's right. We don't know, and that's a problem.
Because he wanted
That's a
to
problem.
dump NATO, period. He wanted it
Yes.
to be gone.
He's turned his back
Before he
on it.
realized
Time
he could
around.
milk him for some money. Once he realized he could milk him for some money here a couple months ago, he switched his tune.
Yeah, but he'll switch his tune again whenever it's
Whoever
convenient.
the highest bidder
I was
is.
going to ask Ron DeSantis if he was going to eat Donald's pudding brains with his fingers or with a spoon.
His
Yeah.
fingers, of course.
That's Ron DeSantis. She's a gal that turns tricks down on the corner. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Boy, howdy shit.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I want to get my buddy up here, my neighbor, the closest blue dot I have to me, right down the damn street. Hello, Joe.
So
Hello,
tired.
John.
How are you doing,
How
my
you
friend?
doing?
How's Maria?
Oh, we're doing fine, man.
Good,
We made
good.
it back across the
Good.
border.
Good.
But
No
you know
problems.
what? No problems. You
Good.
know what? I felt safer where I was.
Ain't that sad,
Then-
Joe?
And it's sad. It's sad. I mean, it's a terrible thing when you don't feel safe in your own home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
And for some of our blue dots, that's the exact feeling they're having right now.
Yes.
Joe's one of them.
Yes.
But I'm glad
Anxiety, I
that
was
trip
under
went well and there was no problems. Good.
none whatsoever. I
Good.
anticipated
You had all
Crossing
the
back.
proper papers ready.
everything was ready, and just on a precautionary deal, I did not take my phone in case it was blah, blah, blah.
Confiscated. Don't want all that
Confiscated.
information getting out there, huh?
But yeah, I mean, I was under a lot of high anxiety, boy. It just tested my.
For those that you don't know, Joe went to Mexico.
I went deep into Mexico.
Deep into
I went
Mexico.
Sinaloa, up there where Chapo came from,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and we stayed at a restaurant, motel with 3 restaurants, 4 swimming pools, and you drove in there. You had security.
Brother, I remember when
And-
Marcia and I used to go to Mexico
Oh
just
my
to
God!
eat and have a nice time. Restaurant, yeah.
Right.
It was, yeah.
I mean,
That was them.
you could walk on the beach. You had no visible military security around, but they did have undercovers walking around with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And And any problems, they were really happy to take care of. My Maria, I told her, don't walk into the water so deep. And she did exactly what she wanted. Then she's yelling, the water's, help, help.
Help me.
I said, baby, I got one bad wing, and
Yeah.
that'll be two of us.
There'd be two of us out there yelling for help.
Somebody helped her out. I'm going to have surgery in another 2
Coming up.
weeks, I believe.
Yeah, coming up pretty soon, I know.
Yes.
You
And
know how that
I'll
goes,
be glad.
buddy. People are
I'll be
trying to
glad
get
when
me
it's
to do
over
the
with.
same thing. Yeah.
Well,
I'm looking
I
forward to
have
seeing
no.
how yours turns out.
Oh man, Dr. Breckenridge did Maria, her shoulder
Yeah.
and her knee, and if you looked at the videos I might have sent you, she was dancing like a
Oh,
16-year-old.
I've seen her dance.
I'll tell you what, she even got me to dance. Now that's something.
Cutting
It's
the
also a
rug.
sight to see, too.
Oh my God, I have two left feet. Believe me,
That's what I mean.
I have
But it's
two
still a
left
sight
feet.
to see. I'm glad.
It
We
was.
should all take the opportunity to dance when we can.
Damn
And
right.
you decompress a little bit. And I had the privilege of speaking to Canadians who were there also.
Nice.
And I said, "Did you drive through the United States?" He goes, "Hell no, we
I don't know.
we flew over this."
They flew over the shit.
I
Well,
tell you
well, you
what.
know, on that note, tourism is way down in our country. Way down.
Yes, it is.
Nobody wants
Yes,
to
it
come
is.
here, baby. There's too much shit going on. The
You can
political
tell if you go
atmosphere
to
is dangerous.
if you go to San Antonio, the Riverwalk.
Is that right?
There's
Empty?
no wait. There's no wait at the restaurants
Damn.
on the Riverwalk. Uh,
Well, shit.
it's
Maybe it's a good time to have a Blue Dot family meeting up there all of a sudden.
I'm
Wouldn't
telling
have to
you.
wait for a booth.
Tell you what.
And I did something, John. I did a brisket, well, two briskets, and I froze them and I took them down into Mexico because the reason for me going there was to celebrate a mass for my mother-in-law who passed
Right.
about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And we gather every year as a family. And I took some brisket
That's
out there,
admirable.
and they made the traditional foods out there. Most of that was left because my
Oh,
brisket
I'd
was
be stuffed.
gone.
I'd be stuffed.
Of course.
My brisket was
Be
gone.
laying in the bed just burping, asking
tell
for
you
another
what.
plate.
And I've got in December. I have to go do a wedding anniversary in New Mexico.
Oh,
They're trying to
just a
decide how many
traveling
briskets.
man, bud.
I tell you,
Damn.
I'm living, and you know what? I was sitting on the beach, listening to the mariachi music, and a tear started
Paint the
coming down
picture,
my
bud.
eye, and it still wants to. I was thinking about my dad.
Yeah.
My wife Maria said, "What's the matter?" And I said, "I'm thinking about Dad."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm living the life he should have.
But,
I'm resting. I'm having a good time." He
It is
never
because of his
went on.
efforts that you do have the life you
Yes.
have.
And that reminds me of the time, when he was passing, he said, "I wish I could have done more for you." And I said, "Dad, you did more. You gave me the tools I needed to
That's what we all
support."
hope, that we
Yes.
instill in our children, and that we
Yes.
give them the tools to be able to handle life. And
That's
life
right.
isn't so easy anymore. Hey, talk
No,
about
and
not so easy. Y'all hold on to your britches, because I want to thank Daryl for his package that he sent me.
that's not coffee.
you got a package.
I got a package from Hawaii with
That's a pretty stinky coffee you got there. I don't know.
with some
How
mighty
did you open
fine
Coffee beans.
coffee.
How'd you open
Oh, he's
up the
not coming
coconut?
up now, huh?
Yep.
How'd
There
you
he
open
is.
up the coconut?
What? Open up what, Joe?
The coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut. What coconut? Hello, Daryl.
Harry Nielsen put the lime in the coconut.
Put the
And
lime in
stir
the
it all around.
coconut and drink them both down. That's it, baby.
That was his one-hit
This is,
wonder, by
you
the
know, I
way.
want to thank you for
Harry
the
Nielsen.
fine coffee, Daryl. I mean, this is some.
Yeah, I'm
that-
not trying to
just-
send you a message or anything, am I?
no.
Real gourmet.
You're rubbing it in with the bumper stickers, though. You're rubbing it.
I know.
Hey, I appreciate the copy of the Constitution because I misplaced mine. It's somewhere right around here. But then I don't.
Yeah, I
have to look
figured
because
everybody
it's right
needs
there.
a pocket constitution,
Oh, I
right?
have
We all need a
several,
pocket
but I had one that was
constitution.
highlighted. But yeah, harvest is in. You know, Maui grown. Lucky we live high. HI. Maui. Yeah, just all the bumper stickers. Just rubbing it in. Just rubbing it in.
Well, I just thought that, you'd like to have a little flavor of Maui where you are in southeast Texas,
I am in deep South Texas, baby. Deep South
Yeah.
Texas.
Absolutely. Big red Texas.
That's what they
Anyway,
say,
hopefully
Joe.
you
But
like
I'm
the
thinking,
shirt.
baby.
I hope you'll put that shirt on here for one of your
I
rants
am.
like tomorrow.
You
It's
watch
perfect.
for when I
It's
wear
perfect.
that shirt.
Don't tell anybody what it is.
No,
Don't
no,
tell anybody what it
no,
is. It
no.
fits the times that we live in now.
Yeah,
Trust
it does,
me.
and that's why I didn't want to wear it tonight. I want to comment on that.
You want to lay it
Right.
on us, huh?
I want to lay it on thick.
Yeah. All
Hey.
right. That'll cause everybody to tune in tomorrow for your rant. Okay.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. There you go. Be good reason. Hey, let me thank Mark.
Daryl.
Mark came in with a
Okay.
$5 donation, and it is appropriate timing. He said a couple of people, and me too, want to hear our song. So before we go any farther, let's lighten everybody's mood, put a smile on everybody's face.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Whilst I
Shut the
have
fuck up,
another cup
bitch.
of coffee.
Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Shit.
I need you to shut the fuck up.
Oh, my. I was flapping both my left
I'm
feet.
telling you, it'll make you tap your foot,
Your left
buddy. I'm
feet.
telling you. It'll make you want to get up and dance. This shit.
Yeah. Hey Daryl, did you send John the full original Constitution or just the Republican one?
Let me check,
I
let me
sent
check.
him the one that has. I sent him the Trump Bible that has the Constitution with the Declaration of Independence in the back. The way how God meant it.
Hell yeah.
This one has the Declaration
know.
of Independence at the end.
Everybody
And then,
needs
of
a little
course,
bit of
the
good
human-
No,
feeling
but
for
you
the
know what's
fire,
interesting? If you look at that pocket Constitution, it's got some really cool quotes. Plus, it's got some articles in there too in the beginning. But right in the beginning of that, it's got some really cool quotes by some of our, founding fathers. So it's got a preamble, put it that way.
Interesting read for those who want to learn.
Yes, it's all right there. And when we both stood there and held our hands up and repeated it, do you know what flashed through my brain at that moment when I took the constitutional oath was I went back to, like, I was sitting in that same room with John Hancock and John Adams and Ben Franklin and the Declaration of Independence being signed. That was the exact moment I went to when I raised my hand. I reflected on that. So I was in the room with them at that moment when I took that Constitution, and I believe a lot of us did. So there.
Oh yeah.
Let me quote
Absolutely.
George Washington from the Constitution that Daryl sent me. He says, "The power under the Constitution will always be in the people. It is entrusted for certain defined purposes and for a certain limited period to representatives of their own choosing. And whenever it is executed contrary to their interest or not agreeable to their wishes, their servants can and undoubtedly will be recalled." That's the power that we have. They don't hold the power unless we put them in there.
And that's the deal. That is
That is
The
the deal,
key.
baby.
because
They are our representatives. That's it. Just representatives, since we all can't show up in Washington. They have nothing more than that except to represent the people. And we give them the only power that they should have, period.
And the thing
Yeah.
is, we need to. You see, I look at it from from the city government standpoint. In my city, I cannot get people involved to vote. I
Yeah.
I tell them you need to use your power. You're just one little vote, yes, but if you don't vote, the majority voice is not heard,
What do you
and you
say to
have
them when they say something stupid like, "Well, it's just pointless, because it's all rigged anyways."
yes, and that's exactly what they come out with.
I
Oh
hear
well,
that a lot too. I hear that
yeah,
a lot too.
it,
So
it
You know
yeah,
doesn't.
what I say to that? I say, you know what? Who told you to think that?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it takes about an hour. It takes about a good hour to figure out who told them to say that. But they finally come around.
Well,
Well, it's pretty obvious
I
that we all. It's pretty obvious we all live in a country now where every institution that we rely on has been kind of kneecapped. You know what I mean? It's like they
They've
have
been under
put so
attack.
much. I mean, we're not to trust any institutions anymore. That's the problem
Yep.
because they've told us not to trust them. That's the
Right?
problem.
absolutely.
Yep.
Well,
But that's
right
where we
now we're in a
are.
situation to where uh, the people in charge of those institutions have been compromised in my book. They're not put there because of their institutional knowledge or their expertise in any
No.
area. They're there strictly because they are loyal to Trump. You tell me Cash
Absolutely.
Patel or Pam Bondi is actually qualified to hold the positions they hold. No.
Hell,
We all
RFK
know,
Jr.
or RFK,
Well, let's go back to
Jr.
just before the election or just after the election. If we recall, in Project 2025, they had 50,000 applications of people who had been sending them in that were all loyalists that they were betting that they were going to immediately place in positions
Yeah,
of power, and
yeah.
that's exactly what they
Yes,
did.
every
Yep.
every every appointment that he's made has been a loyalist. Most of them from Fox News. You know,
My question is, how come Marjorie Taylor Greene is not higher than what she is? Because her lips have kissed his butt many times, yet she didn't get no prime position.
I think she
Do you know
knocked
why?
down a few
Do you know
rungs on the
why?
ladder because right now she's calling for the release of all the Epstein files.
I'll
Uh-huh.
tell you one
And
reason why she didn't get the Mar-a-Lago facelift.
That's
Oh,
right.
maybe so, maybe so,
That's right.
maybe
You're
so.
right, Dangerous. You're right, bro. You are.
But
right.
she
Yeah.
is also one of the people that has threatened to read the names of the people on that
Yep.
on the Epstein list,
Do
the
it.
one
Do
compiled
it,
by.
MGD.
That's
We're
what
waiting.
I'm
We're
saying.
waiting. Do it.
Because
As
that's
long
what
as she
the
doesn't
plan
take
is. I understand is that because we have survivors that have stepped forward, and they know names, they know people,
Yep.
and there's
Yep.
nothing. But the danger is, we're talking about very rich and very powerful people. If any one of these survivors comes out by themselves and says, "So and so did this to me,"
They'll
you
die.
think that rich and powerful person isn't going to come down hard and heavy with every legal? They're going to be sued for everything they have. They have powerful lawyers. They'll demolish them.
I
Yeah,
tell
we'll
you
ask
what,
Rudy Giuliani how that turned out for him.
Yeah.
I can guarantee there's money being moved out of the country right now
Well,
for
there's
fear
always-
of being named. Well, major money.
I
For
hope
fear of
so.
being
I hope
named.
I hope so. There's people that are scared. I hope that's. I hope
Yeah.
so. And
They
I
did that
fear a
in
lot of them
December,
are. And guess what? In our Congress, in our House, in our Senate.
Yeah, they should have the fear that those poor girls had,
Yeah.
when they were
That's
being
it.
raped. They
Yeah.
should have that type of
That
fear,
kind of
if not
fear
more.
that they've lived with
Yeah.
for all these years. So I don't have any
Correct.
sympathy for anybody
No.
that
Nor do I.
those survivors come out in name.
And
But-
you know something, John? The prelude, Kurt's death and his lifting from Trump and all that, and all these guys that are talking, oh, he's a hero. That's exactly, it's a prelude to when and if the inevitable happens with Donny Boy. Because they're gonna, oh, he was the greatest,
Well, they're going to memorialize him. They're going to make him into.
Yes.
If he would
Yes.
go today, yeah, They want his image on Mount Rushmore. They
Oh
want
yeah,
that now.
and then, but
Yeah.
but it won't work. You know, they won't be able to do it on Mount Rushmore because he wants pure gold, a golden face. He's the golden cow.
I've been Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore.
They can't do it on Mount Rushmore anyway because the people with the rangers or whatever, the people that run that particular monument, they've shown that if they tried to, there's already cracks going through it. So if they tried to do anything else to it, they would crack all the other faces off because there's
Yeah.
nothing behind those faces. There's a big kind of valley behind it. So it's just the front of the mountain that you see, but it doesn't have the structural integrity to do anything else.
No, and isn't it Indian land?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the Black Hills. That's
Of
the
course
Black
it is.
Hills. That's the Lakotas. That is very sacred ground. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, just the faces that were placed on there had to have gone through their permission.
No,
You
it
know?
didn't get their permission. Not at
Really?
all. They're up in arms
No.
about it. They hated it. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, to have your people that basically the people that enslaved
Oh.
you and genocided 90%
Right.
of your population, you're going to revel that their faces are on your most sacred, Black Hills? No, they're
I
not
read-
happy with it at all.
I read somewhere.
But
where
the
they wanted-
American Indians, we're a minority, right? We're a minority.
trying to-
We're like little people. We're subhumans, according to them. The white, whatever,
White? Yes,
the
at the
big white
time,
theory. Anyway,
But
so go
they
figure.
were the greatest warriors. You know,
Yeah.
You know, Cochise.
It's like the Hawaiians.
and
Yep,
I hate it
yep,
when
yep,
my
Oh,
when I
oh
have a
my
brain
goodness.
fart, and because I'm thinking of somebody, and somebody in the chat or somebody in the room, please remind me, because I went to Mount Rushmore, in my family in 2001, but we also went to the.
Oh, we're City Bull. City Bull is, right?
it-
The one that they're
is-
carving.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's Sitting Bull. Is
It
it
is
Sitting
Sitting
Bull?
Bull.
That with his arm outreached,
And they
pointing?
never did complete it. Right, the one with
No,
the
but
horse.
they're still working on
that's
it.
City Bull. The guy
That's Sitting
died.
Bull.
The guy died that was making it, and I guess his family took it over, but they're looking for money to finish it.
They will not
So-
take government funds.
I think it's Crazy
No.
Horse.
Crazy Horse. Thank you very much.
Crazy
it was
Horse, yes. I'm
Crazy
sorry,
Horse.
I apologize.
And he's
Yes, yes, it was
pointing.
Crazy Horse.
And the reason he's pointing is because he's answering a question that was posed to him. Where are your people now? Crazy Horse, the
Right.
general. And he's pointing
Right.
to the land. They're there.
yes, they were.
I'll tell
their
you what,
culture is much
that was a
respect.
very, it was a very, my wife and I and the kids went there. It's progressed a whole lot more since we went there. But very
Yeah, they
somber.
actually have a live feed that you can watch. They're working on it every day.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think the
No,
guy
it's
started
gonna be
that back
finished.
in the
Without
40s
any
or
government
something.
funds, without any American government
Right.
funds.
Yep,
And
they want to do it nonprofit, all nonprofit. Yep.
Indeed.
Well,
So
We-
if you got an extra $10, throw it that way because we need to see that. It'd be
Indeed.
nice to see that
Indeed.
monument actually
In- in
completed
our-
in our lifetimes, right?
yes. In fact,
Or you
that's,
can just
that's
go to crazyhorsememorial.org while you're hitting that thumb button. While
There
you're
you
hitting
go.
that bell and
I love
ringing
it.
that
Y'all
bell
are
while
on
you're
top of
hitting
this
that
shit.
you
See?
go.
This family's on
There you
top
go.
of that shit. We talk about it, we'll
Across
slap it
the-
up there.
we
By the
have
way,
a
did anybody
smarter-
hear about the MSNBC host that they fired because he came
Oh,
out and
yeah.
he told the truth about Charlie Kirk? Did you see that
Yeah.
shit? I mean, he
Yeah.
didn't say much, and yet the fucking public affairs goes, "Oh, he misappropriately spoke." They're
You
fucking
figure he
scared.
got maybe
They're
a phone
fucking
call
scared.
from the White House that told him to do that.
You
Never
think
know.
somebody? You think somebody from the White House told him to say that?
It only took him about 20 minutes to fire him. I'm imagining, my opinion, obviously,
Yeah.
allegedly. I would imagine that Stephen Miller got right on the cell phone and called up somebody and said,
Mm.
That's just my imagination running wild, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing we do have. You can't take away is our imagination.
No, you cannot.
South
And I'd
Park
be in
is very
prison
fast.
already. I'd be in prison already if you could look inside my brain for all the people I've killed. I'd be
Yeah.
serving several life sentences because I basically, I dissect people,
You better bring about a
Anyway.
dozen handcuffs because I got about a dozen people talking in there. So, you know what I mean?
Yes. I probably
Well,
shot Trump in the head about 20 times in my dreams, but that's
You-
another thing for another time. Anyway,
you run scenarios all 24/7 because that's what I do.
me
Yep.
too. I'm
I-
running them.
Cognitive mind does, and that's what MAGA does not do. And,
Well,
and unfortunately, you know, it's
Dragon's
we've got
Aurora,
an
it is. It's a
education
great
problem in this
place.
country, and that's what
It's very inspiring to go there.
there's just no cognitive thought.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like
But at
I
least,
say, they could have find their way out of a wet paper bag, even if their life depended upon it.
and that's true. I tell you, for a week and a half that I was down in Mexico, I did not run any scenarios, didn't have any bad dreams.
Yeah.
My stress level went down. I'm so chilled right now. I think I drank all 5 bottles
almost
of.
You almost felt like you wanted
All
to move to
5
Mexico,
bottles of
right?
what, Joe?
There
Oh,
was
no, I let him go with
there
that.
was-
5 bottles of what?
there was tequila, there was brandy,
Huh?
there was
No, Joe.
vodka.
Tell me it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so.
I had a little sip of each one.
Did you?
I was curious.
I was for sure you was going to say 6 bottles of milk.
Oh no, I didn't. You know what? I didn't. I don't like the milk in Mexico.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
but you like the tequila?
Well, I mean,
Did
I
you like the
li-
tequila, Joe?
I liked a little bit of tequila, a little bit of brandy,
a little bit of
bit of
tequila. Just a little bit.
and just for one night, I was shit faced. Okay, I'm honest.
Was it the first night or the second night?
I'm going to hold that on you, Joe, forever. You know that. Yeah, I remember the time you went down to Mexico, Joe. Got all
God
tequilaed
damn.
up down there, I hear.
I remember. I remember looking at the TV and laughing my head off all
Joe
night
is a
long.
close
I was
friend,
going-
so I
Yes, yes, you can, John.
can. Hey, guess what? Lincoln came in
What?
with $2 and said, we have more in common than what divides us all. Amen, brother.
Damn right.
All we
Amen.
have to do is remember that. All we have to do is remind ourselves of that every day. There is more that brings us together.
And you know,
on this day,
and that's a peaceful thing.
go ahead.
Yes. No. You go ahead, John.
Oh, I was just going to say that on a day like today, we should remember that.
Yes.
Because
Yes, it
this
is
is the day
9/11
that brought
today.
this country together. A tragedy beyond all imagination.
Comprehension. Yes.
Yeah,
It was also
comprehension.
the day that we all had to start taking our shoes off at TSA, and they have a change that says, well, actually, I think they are allowing people to keep their shoes on now. I think that's a brand new rule.
Well, I
Yeah.
remember that day because I remember where I was when I
Yeah.
when I saw it on TV. I
Yep,
remember
we all
every
do.
moment.
That's not true.
I was
And I
working on a
remember-
foundation. I was working
I
on a
remember-
foundation right next to the international airport, and me and a couple other guys, we were just listening to the radio, you know, and didn't think nothing of it. And come about, you know, break time, 9:30, which was close to noon over on the East Coast. I said, man, there's no fucking airplanes. What's going on? There's no airplanes. And we got on the news and we got on the radio, and boy, howdy shit.
Well,
Yep.
we got a phone call at like 3:34 in the morning here in Hawaii from my wife's mom. She was supposed to be on that flight out of Newark, that United flight that went down in Shanksville. And they had called her the day before her flight and said, we overbooked the flight, and they had bumped her flight to the 11th, but she was supposed to be on that. If she would have flown that, if they hadn't bumped her flight, she would have been on that airplane. But she called us about 4 in the morning. She goes, you guys turn your TV on. The World Trade Center just got hit. And I turned it on and then I watched the other airplane fly into it. You know, it's on the 9:15 one. But that was interesting. I mean, the fact that they bumped her flight, I mean, God was looking out for her, but she would have
Oh,
been
yes.
on that flight. She would have never
Absolutely.
made it. So anyway, FYI.
And you know something else we shouldn't forget. Remember, terrorists are not only from out of the country. We had terrorists in
We have
Oklahoma.
homegrown terrorists.
Yeah, man.
basically.
Well,
we
you
have-
know what?
out
Those
of
terrorists,
Oklahoma.
That's
though,
the
were all
ones that we have
they were
to
all
worry about.
Saudis, though. They were all Saudi Arabians.
Oh, yeah.
we did
McVeigh
nothing.
wasn't.
Not one of them was from Iraq or Afghanistan or Taliban. They were all Saudis.
Right.
Timothy
Oh.
McVeigh wasn't.
Remember what happened in Oklahoma? Because I remember I was
He
driving.
wasn't. Yeah, man.
What was that ex? Was he he was Army?
Yeah, he was
Yep.
Army. Yep. Both of them
And
were.
he blew
Sure
up.
did.
He blew up. What was that? It's a federal
Three
building. I
little
just
The
can't remember.
Edward R. Murrow FBI building. in
Right.
Oakland.
Singing
Right.
sweet
Yeah.
song.
Yep. And I looked.
And he had
I,
read that book. What was that book? The Turner Diaries? He had read that. That's what his
Mhm.
emphasis was. The Turner Diaries was,
Right.
about white supremacy. And that was kind of, he wanted to start a race war, as I recall.
You know,
Exactly.
Stephen Miller's really into that book too.
Yep.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talk
By
about
the way, somebody
indoctrination.
mentioned something. You are correct. Trump's Truth Social posts are not misspelled, so somebody is taking that over. Whoever's writing that shit. Because remember, I used to misspell words and
Oh yeah.
so on and so on. So everything is perfectly spelled nowadays. So that obviously
It's
somebody's either proofreading it or writing it themselves.
It's GPT 3.0, bro.
Think you figured out spell check?
It's GPT. It's not hard.
No.
Yeah. Maybe he's got it. Maybe he's got
I
Chat
don't think he
GPT
has.
doing it. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I don't
he
no,
is.
really, yeah. That's how Newsom got the algorithm and figured out how to spoof his ass. It's not hard.
Boy, howdy.
No.
Seriously, I mean, it's
once
you get
Any
into
fourth
it,
grader could do it. Any fourth grader could do it. Any fourth grader could do it.
I'd say maybe any ninth grader at this point.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, I'm done, John. I guess
No,
you gotta go
I'm sitting here
later.
contemplating. I want to call out Alan Roberts, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "What is wrong with that man? Should be bringing you together, not starting a civil war. Fuck Trump." That's exactly what he should be doing, Alan. But he's not. He's going to use this at every opportunity to divide this country further, to demonize the left, and because that's who he is, and we know that's what he's going to do. He's not going to be, try to kumbaya moment, bring us all together as a nation, and try to address the problems of our society. No, that's not what he's going to do. He's going to seek to divide it even farther. Now, I want to thank Yelly Man. I came in with a 50 Norwegian krone donation, and so Yelly Man, I appreciate that. I'm not going to read the comment. Those that saw it. It's not a place. This is not a. That's not the format to bring that up in this, and I don't think it's true. And you were just on here, so.
I'll second
You
that.
said it
Fuck
yourself.
Trump.
Huh?
I'll second that. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump? Yeah.
I'll second that. You know I will.
We're in a difficult and dangerous time right now. I worry about this nation. I worry about the world right now. It's yeah. Oh, where would Nepal? Right before the show tonight, my friend Deborah came over. Deborah's a longtime friend of the family. I haven't seen her in a long time. She came over for a little visit, had tacos, and Tyler, as usual, is looking for shit on besides the news to look at. But he came across a story about Nepal, and this is in the last few days, and it showed the people in Nepal rising up in attacking the palace, the government of Nepal, and it set it on fire. It was very violent, and it's going on right now. So there is unrest in Nepal. So yeah,
I think
it's
that
like
they did military. They did curfew. I think they're under
it was
martial
pretty
law.
violent. They set the government. I don't know what they call it, the government housing where the parliament meets. They set it all on fire and everything. It was pretty violent.
Yeah, I saw that.
And, yeah.
I forgot what they're protesting. They're protesting something.
Their government.
The government.
People rising up against the government. I don't know the particulars of it. I
don't either.
It was,
Right.
Actually, it was
They're
a video
pissed.
from a guy that. Oh, that's what it was. Tyler watches this guy who's riding his bicycle all across Europe, and he just on his bicycle. He's going through every damn country, and he was in Nepal when this happened. So it was he just happened to be there when it all broke out, and he got it all on film, and it's very violent.
And France is doing the same thing right now. Do you see how many people are protesting in France that they got a new prime
See how many people are
minister?
protesting in
pissed.
Israel?
Yes, people are pissed
this is,
everywhere.
yeah,
Lots of big
we're in a
protests.
dangerous world and a
Huge.
dangerous time right now.
Yep.
And you want to think cooler heads will prevail, but I don't see cooler heads. Not in this house, not in our house. We have
John, I'd have to say it's a very transformative time that we're living in. I mean, we're
it's
either
going
going
to
to make it or
transform us.
break it.
Either this democracy is going to
Yeah.
survive or it won't. That's
It
the
won't.
question that we're facing right now. Either we're going to be a democracy or we're going to slide into something else. And I don't like the thought of something else. But
Me
that's
either.
why what George Washington himself wrote about this is in our hands. It's we the people. We determine our leaders. We determine the direction of this country. Now, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Would that be
Nowadays,
we the people?
even that is questionable in a lot of people's minds about our try to say that 3 times fast. Our elections uncompromised? Are they, in fact, the will reflect the will of the people?
If they
know,
weren't,
a lot-
why would they be trying to rig them?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You know,
And if they can't do that, they're gonna do it by legal means, by restricting the vote by any way they can. That's how come we remind you always check your registration, make sure you're ready to vote. Make sure you have the papers. Whatever the papers are, make sure you have them.
and
But,
check them often. And when you do check them and see that everything's legit, make screenshots.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
record.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the
I
way,
could-
Trump can't say that, no more mail-in ballots because each state
No, he
chooses
can't
how
decree
they
that from his
No,
throne.
you can't. Yeah, it's
States
done by
run their
state
own
by
elections.
state, and states. Yeah, we run our own elections, and
Yeah.
they basically say you'll get our votes however we send them to you. Okay,
But
just
he's
expect us
demonizing,
to send
and
them.
it's so ridiculous because the last election proved that he got a lot of the mail-in vote. He got a lot of the
Yep.
mail-in vote. So
But all you need is Putin to talk in his ear, and then he'll
No
repeat
shit,
it
he'll shoot
immediately.
himself in the
Whoever's in
foot
his
for
ear
that.
last, right?
yeah, he'll shoot himself.
You
in the
notice how
foot
he
just
jumped on
because
that
Putin said so.
bandwagon.
And therein
Yep.
lies the problem with everything. Is his
Well-
resistance to stand up to Putin is putting Ukraine in more danger. It's putting Poland in more danger. It's putting NATO in more danger because our president
Yeah,
is a chicken shit.
we're under Article
When it
4
comes-
now. Article
Yeah,
4.
yeah,
what's
Article
called.
4.
Yeah.
They're holding meetings now, trying to determine what our
So
response
everybody's
is gonna
on
be to this
high
shit.
alert. Yeah, everybody's on
Yeah.
high alert. We're
Dangerous
all
times,
waiting.
baby.
And you know what? We may very well have a war with Russia here before you know it,
And what does that look like?
unfortunately.
We have a madman in our house, so we have to discuss possibilities like that. And
Well, let's look at let's also look at
more concerned.
populations.
I'm more concerned
Let's look
right
at
now with the
population.
recent meeting between Z and Putin,
Right.
because
Yeah.
that little
And-
relationship that you think we got problems in
Lord.
Ukraine. Just wait and
Yeah.
see if China decides to move on Taiwan.
And let's not forget North Korea and also Modi from India and also the Iranian president or prime minister was there too. So they're forming a pact.
They already have. It's been done a couple of years ago. They're just waiting for this moment.
Let me thank Tim Johns, who came in with a $50 donation. Tim, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that tremendously. I appreciate everyone that donates to this show. It is what keeps me floating nowadays, I'm telling you. And I appreciate every one of them. Heartfelt thanks to everybody who come. Anyway, mushy shit, all that kind of crap. Anyway, I guess we're going to call it an evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in and using your voice in here. I'm concerned. That's where I am right now. It's a rough month right now. I've got a lot of shit on my mind, but I'm concerned for my nation. I'm concerned for the world we live in. I hope you are too. I know you are, or you wouldn't be here. We all should be concerned. This madman has taken us down roads we didn't think were possible.
What is somebody just right here? I can't believe they're using Air Force 2 to transport Charlie Kirk's
Yes.
body.
Yep. Yes, they will.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God.
He's an American
Yep.
hero, God damn it.
They're going to
Oh
make him
my
into a martyr.
God.
They are going to idolize him.
I couldn't
Yes,
believe
he
it. All
will.
the flags went to
The
half
bigoted
staff
asshole
today.
is going to be idolized by the right.
Half
He's
staff.
going to be
Half staff
held up
flags
as
all
a
across
model
the U.S.
citizen. When,
Oh my
in my
God.
book, he was anything
Half-
but.
He was just a fucking
He
another
represents
person with
what
a
the
big
worst of
mouth.
this country has to offer. That's what to me. That's what he stood for.
Well, my
the
flag
bigoted,
right.
racist bullshit that we've seen
Yeah,
crawl
hatred
out from
and
under the rock.
vitriol. That's all he was. Hatred.
My
And
flag is
Nobody-
upside down, and it's gonna stay that way until this guy's out.
Mine
We're
has
in
every
distress,
day
man.
that
Our
ever since he
country
got
has
elected.
been in distress for a while.
Yeah.
And like I said,
Mine's
think of
like
all the
that.
shit that we're going through. This is only 8-9 months in. It's not even a
No.
year yet.
It seems like a
And the
decade.
damage that
already.
Yes,
God.
yes, the
Yes.
damage that he's anyway. We could keep on going forever. Dangerous, again, I want to thank you so much for the bumper stickers, for the Constitution, for the T-shirt, and a
Yep.
fine, fine cup of coffee.
Oh, no doubt. Well, hopefully there's enough for 2 cups there.
Oh, there's several cups in there. Yeah, I'll be able to enjoy that. But yeah, I'm
Good
I'm
deal.
savoring
All right.
it very much. I'm being.
I'm very happy that you got it, and
Yes.
there's more on the way. So
Well,
there you go.
Well, who doesn't want another good cup of coffee? Anyway,
Well, just about when you get ready, when that U-Bahn runs out, trust me, Don Juan is going to bring you more. Okay?
well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. It's very enjoyable. I appreciate it tremendously. Anyway, Dangerous, take care of
Julio.
yourself, and
Thanks
yeah,
for having me, man.
yeah. Next time we need to hook up on the phone. There, we're just playing phone tag. I think it's
Yeah, I
the time difference there. Anyway,
I know. And by the way, I've also shot Brando, as I told you. I shot him a quick message. Whenever you decide that you're ready to roll, you let me know.
Yeah, if I, as a matter of fact, if I go to Tennessee, which my brother only lives, it's only about 20 miles from Brando's house. So I'm going to be in his neck of the woods. I'm going to be right up by his house.
Yeah, just give me a
Yeah,
heads up when you're going to go.
Touch base with him. Yeah, just
All right.
say hello and see how his family and all is doing. I had a nice visit with him when I went there.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy, really is.
Yes, he is.
Anyway.
All right,
Dangerous,
well,
take
thank you,
care of
John.
yourself.
And listen, hey, thanks, family. You guys all take care of yourself. Try to fucking not lose sleep over this shit.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all I'm going to say. And
Put a
I'll catch
smile
y'all
on
on
your
the
face,
on the flip side, as we say.
You bet.
All right, thanks,
All
John.
right, Dangerous.
Yeah.
Take care of
Aloha.
yourself, brother. Thank you.
Aloha.
And Joe,
Yes, sir.
tequila, huh? Okay. I'm just saying, Joe. No, that's all. I'm just saying.
Just don't mix tequila, vodka.
I love you,
and
brother.
brandy.
I love you. Thank you for
Alrighty, my
coming in.
friend.
My best, Maria. I'll be
Let
coming
her
by your
know.
house here in the next day or two. I'll probably
right.
drop by.
Sounds-
I'll travel
sounds
by,
good.
catch you there. All right, brother.
Okay.
Take care of yourself, and thanks for coming in.
You betcha. Bye bye.
All right, bye-bye. And Uncle Fatty.
Make sure you smack that like button. Make sure you ring that bell. Make sure you get on that Discord. Make sure you do all that shit. And
Yeah,
share
all that shit. You do it right there with one finger.
Real easy,
Multitasking,
and it's
baby.
free.
Multitasking.
Unless
You
you
can
don't
just cross that right off the list. All you have to do is do all that stuff, and there you go. Anyway,
That's
Fatty,
bad.
thank you for your voice, buddy. I really appreciate it, and thank you for
I
everything you
appreciate
do.
you guys. Just remember that fasc fatigue is real, and fighting fascism is not fucking easy.
No, it
You gotta take
drags
care
on
of
your
number
system.
one. You gotta take care of that headspace. You gotta take care of your body. You gotta take care of your mind.
There you
Everything
go.
else will come naturally.
Outstanding. Fatty, take care of yourself, brother. Until next time.
Hey, we'll see you soon, buddy.
All right.
It's Chick.
Love you.
Have a good
Take
weekend.
care of yourself.
You
You
too,
bet.
Eddie.
And Miss Chick.
And John.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Got through it. It was
Yeah.
roughed out.
And that's kind of the sentiment. We'll get through this.
Yeah, we
We'll
will.
get through this.
We will. Not every day is
One
going to
day
be
it's gonna be
sunshine and
bumpy.
fucking roses.
Not gonna be pretty.
Nope.
Oh.
Baby steps.
One day at a time.
One day at a I heard a song about that. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we have
Yeah,
to
in the
do. Take it one
meantime-
day at a time, baby. In the meantime,
As-
though,
In the meantime, as things do ramp up even further, get diligent with your online presence and tighten up your security a little bit and mind your P's and Q's, because they want to snap screenshots of us and send us into some kind of website so they can find us. So there's that part. Just
Yeah,
telling
there's
you
that
ahead of
part.
time.
I think I'm on the list.
Which means at some
I'm on
point
some-
I might be able to find names without knowing where they're from. But today, I have some
Today,
names. Today
you
I have
have
some
names.
first names.
Who are
and
these
some
names?
state-
Go ahead and release the names, Miss Chick. Go ahead and release
I'm
the names.
releasing the names, John.
Releasing the names right now. Live.
David L. from Wisconsin, Evan M. from California, Dirk F. from Illinois, Donna K. from California, Cindy H. from Texas, and Geraldine P. from Georgia.
There's the names,
They were all
baby.
brave enough.
They were
share
all
this
brave
shit.
enough to share this shit. So we appreciate the hell out of it. And you can be as brave as too. Just share this shit, and you ain't no telling what repercussions it could have. Anyway, good ones, I hope. Let me thank Alan Roberts, who just came in with $2 Canadian and said, Balsero is going to prison. Really?
Oh,
That's
good.
that's the one down in South America in shit.
Yeah, I lose track. There's.
I didn't know it was going to be a geography question today. Anyway,
I know.
Alan, thank you. I know who it is. I just can't think of it right now. He's down in South America. I know that. Balsero. I want to say, never mind. Don't say if you don't know. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here and participating in this show, being part of this family. I love you all. Thank you for everything that you do. Just from the T-shirts I wear to the gifts I get. This family has gotten me. Anyway, mushy shit. Anyway, mañana is Friday. That's the important part. So tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday. So make sure you get your beer on the ice. Put that bud in the bowl if you're so inclined, or a nice cup of coffee. Could be a cup of coffee. Anyway, until then, y'all take care of yourself. Put a smile on your face. Give that shit away. Every day sucks, but there's always a reason to find a smile in it somewhere. So do that and pass it on to other people. I love all of you, and thank you for bearing with me. And good night, Miss Chicken. Love you much, baby.
Good night, John. And it was Brazil.
It was Brazil. See, in South America. Am I not wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so I was right. I'm right.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, howdy shit. It's been a
In the
long day.
vicinity.
All right, baby. We'll see y'all later. We'll be back here Sunday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, take care of yourself and make it through until then, and we'll see you then. We'll be smiling then, I hope. Anyway, we'll see y'all later.